MBFriends presents a quick Myers-Briggs Personality Test.
The purpose of this video is to administer a very brief Myers-Briggs Personality Test. The Myers-Briggs Personality Test is the most popular personality test in the world and is taken by over 2 million people each year. The test is used to classify how people understand, interact, and relate to others and the world around them. By the end of this video, you will be able to write down your 4-letter result, which is the classification for your temperament. Please keep in mind that a person's temperament is not a person's complete personality but rather the basic foundation in which a unique personality rests upon. In other words, a person's temperament is more like a person's operating system, such as Windows, Macintosh, Linux or Android. While a person's temperament does not change over the course of their life, a person is likely to grow into their temperament more as they get older. Thus, a person in their mid-20s and older is more likely to get a more accurate result than one who is still in their teens. Lastly, this test is 12 questions long and it is recommended that you answer as thoughtfully as possible and write your answers down to keep track of them. With that said, let's begin. 1. Do you prefer to spend your free time home alone? If so, write down an I, or out with others. If so, write down an E. 2. Are social gatherings and meeting new people something to be avoided? If so, write down an I, or enjoyed. If so, write down an E. 3. Do you consider yourself to be private and reserved? If so, write down an I, or outgoing and social. If so, write down an E. 4. Do you prefer to focus on facts, details, and go step by step? If so, write down an S, or concepts, theories, and look at the big picture. If so, write down an N. 5. Do you tend to think about and appreciate things that are actual and practical? If so, write down an S, or what can only be imagined. If so, write down an N. 6. Do you prefer to be realistic and rely on common sense? If so, write an S, or be imaginative and do it your own way. If so, write an N. 7. Do you tend to make decisions based on your heart, feelings, and emotions? If so, write down an F, or head, reasoning, and logic. If so, write down a T. 8. Do you prefer to engage with others in a close and personable way? If so, write down an F, or somewhat distant and objectively. If so, write down a T. 9. Which have you been accused of being more often? Being too emotional? If so, write down an F, or being too cold? If so, write a T. 10. Do you view structure and organization as liberating? If so, write down a J, or restricting. If so, write down a P. 11. Do you prefer your activities to be structured and planned out? If so, write down a J, or unstructured and spontaneous. If so, write down a P. And 12. Do you prefer to control your environment? If so, write down a J, or go with the flow. If so, write down a P. At this point, to calculate your temperament, arrange your answers into groups of 3s and regard the letter that appears at least twice as your result. For example, if your first 3 answers were E, I, then the first letter of your temperament is an E. Likewise, if your next 3 answers were S, then the second letter of your temperament is an S. Repeat this process to determine all 4 of your letters and your final result will come out to be one of the following 16 combinations of the Guardian temperament: ISFJ, ESFJ, ISTJ and ESTJ. Of the Artisan temperament: ISFP, ESFP, ISTP and ESTP. Of the Idealist temperament: INFJ, ENFJ, INFP and ENFP. Of the Rational temperament: INTJ, ENTJ, INTP and ENTP. Now that you have an idea what your temperament is, All you need to do is start researching those 4 letters to learn more about yourself. Please be mindful that this test was only a shortened version of the Myers-Briggs Personality Test, and at some point, it is recommended that you take a full test, which usually ranges from 40 to 80 questions, to confirm your results. Lastly, if you found this video to be helpful, please consider visiting and/or joining MBFriends.com, a Myers-Briggs-based social network. Thank you.
For more information, please go to MBFriends.com.